Hi, I'm Dion and welcome to LeadingCertMathsVideos.com. This question here is fairly popular. It comes up maybe once every 2 years. The important thing to remember is when you're doing this question, you want to equate the x terms. If this has to be true for all of x, all the x squared terms, the coefficient of x squared on the left hand side must equal the coefficient of the x squared on the right hand side, and that's going to be true for the x squared terms, the x terms, and the terms that don't involve x. So really what we have to do here is just multiply out the terms on the left hand side. So here we have ax squared. Now, plus bx squared, subtract 4bx plus cx minus 4c is equal to x squared plus 13x minus 20. Now what we have to do here, we have to factorize this, so we take out a factor of x squared. So we have a plus b into x squared, there is, there actually in brackets there, a plus b into x squared. Now we have an x term here that should be cx, right? We have an x term here that's common in both of these terms, so one take x out, and that's really all that's common. So we're going to take out, what's it, bx, 4b, that should be a b. So basically all you have to come here is the x. So we say plus x into c minus 4b. And then on the end, all we have left is the negative 4c. That's equal to x squared plus 13x minus 20. Now, here's where we have to look for the coefficients. We have a plus b is equal to 1, but that's two terms. We have c minus 4b is equal to 13, but again that's two terms. But on the right hand side we have 4c equal to negative 20. We have 4c here equal to negative 20. So if we work that out, if 4c is equal to negative 20, that means c is equal to 5, so we have a solution. c equals 5. Now, what we have here is another term, c minus 4b is equal to 13, because the coefficients of the x are the same. So, c minus 4b is equal to 13, but we know c is equal to 5. So, subtract 4b and subtract 5 from both sides, is equal to 8, and that implies b is equal to 2. So we have another solution here, b is equal to 2. And we have another term here, our x squared term coefficients. That means a plus b must equal, our coefficient here is 1. So a plus b equals 1, we know b is 2. So we have a plus 2 is equal to 1. So that implies a is equal to negative 1. So your a is equal to negative 1. B is equal to 2 and c is equal to 5. Now, for the next part of this question, we have to find the roots of this equation. Now, the only way to find this really is just trial and error. So we'll generally start off at 0, and then 1, then negative 1, then 2, then negative 2, then 3. And usually with this type of question, the answer will appear after maybe 4 or 5 tries. You won't have to go up to 9, 10, 11, 12. It's always going to be 0, 1, 2, or 3. So, next page. X cubed minus 2x squared. Minus 5x. So here, fx is equal to that. So that's the roots of it. So if fx is equal to that, the roots of this equation is when fx is equal to 0. So when that's equal to 0. Well, we could already try, say, f0. So then we'd actually fill in 0 for our x terms. And that implies 0, minus 0, minus 0, plus 6 is equal to 0, 6 is equal to 0. That's wrong. I won't even try that. So that's wrong. We change this to 1 instead. We try 1. So f bracket 1 is equal to 1 minus 2 minus 5 plus 6 is equal to 0. Now, negative 7 plus 6 is negative 6 plus 6 is equal to 0. It is, that's true. That's equal to 0, so that is one term. We'll underline that. That's a solution. 1 is equal to root. Now, when we try 1, our next term we should try is -1. So f brackets -1. Now, so -1 cubed is -1. -1 squared is 1, so that's just -2. -1 times -5 is +10 plus 6 is equal to 0. So is this equal to 0? Is 16 subtract 3 equal to 0? It's not equal to 0. So that's not a solution. No solution there. So our next attempt is 2. So f times f of 2. That's equal to 2 cubed minus 2 times 2 squared is 8. Minus 5 times 2 is minus 10. Plus 6 is equal to 0. So 2 cubed 8 minus 8 is 0. So -10 plus 6 equals 0. No, it's not equal to 0. So that's not a solution either. So our next solution now, our next attempt is going to be -2. So f of -2. So -2 cubed is equal to -8. Remember, it's -2 cubed, so it's -2 by -2, which is 4 times -2. It's going to be -8 here. Make sure you don't leave it in as positive 8. Now, -2 times, we have 4, and plus 10, plus 6 is equal to 0, and we just tidy that up. -8, -8 equals -16, plus 16 is equal to 0. That's true. So that is another solution. And true. That's 2 solutions. -2 is equal to the root. Now, we're going to try 3. 3 is going to be our next attempt of it. We scroll down here. X cubed, 3 cubed. Sorry. Yeah, 3 cubed minus 2x minus 5x. 5 times 3, I think that's a plus 6 again, is equal to 0. So 3 3s are 9. Subtract 3 3s are 9 minus 18. Minus 15 plus 6 is equal to 0. So we look at this. That's right, Jenna, that's not equal to 0, as you can see, because you have a hugely huge negative number. So now we're going to try, that was f of 3. Now we're going to try as our next guess f of -3. Hopefully we get it at this one. So we have x cubed minus 2x squared. Now, as you see here, -3 cubed is 20. Oh, it should be 27. Sorry about that. So 27 and 6 is 33, and -18 and -15 is 33, so that is a solution. Sorry about that. That is a solution. And at the top, and 3 is the root. Alright, so that's it.